Hi everyone, Mexico back again with another live dev interview. This time it's a massive one. So this is your long video with Opsive. Opsive are the guys behind the third-person controller, the guys who have taken over the UFPS. They've got a load of other fantastic stuff. This video we're focusing on their new controller, which is called the Ultimate Character Controller. You could think of it as third-person controller 2 and UFPS 2 rolled into a big wonderful bundle. The first 20 minutes of this video is us playing about, getting to know Opsive, and then we delve into the Ultimate Character Controller. I have to warn you, this was when the Ultimate Character Controller was in beta, so we found lots of bugs, which thankfully Opsive went and fixed. So when Opsive's Ultimate Character Controller goes live and you can buy it, none of these wonderful bugs would actually be in the final asset. As I say, it's a massive video, so sit back, enjoy, and I'll see you all in a second. Mr. Opsive, hello.
Hello.
Now, I'm a bit confused about the whole, who is Opsive? Is Opsive a team of many people, or is it just yourself? How does Opsive work?
There's two of us. Yeah, so I do the programming side of things, and then Sarah Watson, she does the art. She's actually in the chat as well under Sarah Watson.
Hello, Sarah Watson. And she clicked a follow. Thank you for the follow. Much appreciated.
So yeah, so there's two of us.
So how long have you been working together?
Well, we started Opsive 5 years ago, and we've been doing it full time for about 4 years now.
So this is like a proper full-time job now.
That's right. Yeah, that's all we do.
Does that get a little bit scary?
Yeah, we haven't released a real update in the past 2 years for any of our major products, so we need to get this version 2 out.
You do need to get the version 2 out. Wow, I'm going to say thank you very much for the follow, Cyrus. It's always a little, because we always speak to people who want to have a career being an asset developer on the Unity Asset Store, and you get people saying that you can't really make a career being an asset dev, but you guys are managing it. But you've got a nice different collection. You've got third-person controller, you've got behavior designer, you've got your deathmatch AI kit, and for some you've got a glow effect mobile friendly.
Yeah,
I'm gonna ask you about this one because
it's about to be deprecated.
What, how, why?
So I guess Glow Effect was our original asset on the asset store, and it kind of introduced us to the store. We were creating a game and it needed a glow effect, and we didn't have any, or I didn't really see any on the asset store, so we thought we might as well just put it up there. And that's kind of what got us thinking, or got us moving into the asset store. And then we released another asset called the Infinite Runner Starter Pack, and that sold pretty well, and it ended up convincing me to leave my day job to try to attempt it full time. And looking back at the sales back then, it was a huge risk doing it then, since we only had Infinite Runner and Glow Effect really on the store. But Behavior Designer came out, and then that's kind of been our main asset, and then that helped kind of bring in the revenue, and so then we were able to be a lot more stable. And then Sarah left her day job to join us full time and came out with third person, and then we acquired UFPS, and we've been working on version 2 since.
Yeah, I want to get into UFPS in just a moment.
Yeah.
So, you got Glow Effect as your first asset, and then Infinite Runner, which obviously is deprecated now because it's not here anymore. I'm going to guess There was some little JavaScript in there, maybe? Is that right?
No, I deprecated it about 2 months ago.
Oh, okay. Why was that?
It wasn't selling, and I didn't want to support it.
I like that answer. Good. Honest. Very nice.
The same thing with Glow Effect.
Oh, Glow Effect is awesome. You cannot kill Glow Effect. Like the guys are saying in chat, you can make a Tron game with Glow Effect. Did you make a Tron game?
You could.
Is that what
what did we use the Glow Effect? I actually forgot what we actually used the glow for. No, we didn't. but actually, no, we actually didn't include it in any of our games at all. So
That's sad.
It yeah, well, it did okay on the asset store.
But
It was a good
on.
asset 5 years ago.
You cannot kill it without using it in a game now. You've got to
Oh, okay. Well,
make a game, then kill it, and go, this is, you've now found a home, glow effect.
right.
On Steam forever, you'll be remembered.
Right.
May your children be glory. You've got here behavior designer. Now, behavior designer, for people that do know me and don't know me, behavior designer was officially the first asset that my main account purchased on the asset store. I do have a second account that I've completely forgotten the login credentials of that second account, but this is my main account I'm using now, and behavior designer officially is its first asset. I only used it. Yeah, don't thank me yet, because I purchased it and never even loaded it up.
No, I watched your video on it.
Yeah, so I loaded it up the first time when I did that tutorial, and I spammed you on the forums on Mailer with about 100 questions like, how do you load it up? How do you do something?
Right.
And once you get started with behavior designer, it's very addictive. There is, for doing little basic things, it seems to be a bit of around the houses way of doing it. But once you start getting to some complex behavior trees, like this picture here, that's when it seems to come into its own.
Yeah, the Deathmatch AI kit provides a great example of what you can do with behavior trees, since there's no way I would want to do that tree or the logic for that AI by code. And it's just so much nicer to be able to arrange it visually in the behavior tree flow.
So how long did behavior designer take for you to make?
Behavior designer was quick. It took us 4 months, or it really only took me 4 months to do, and then Sarah had some icon work.
Wow, is that all? And then all the additions that you had onto
Right,
that.
and we've been doing updates ever since.
Wow, that's very impressive. And then when you went from behavior designer to third-person controller within how long?
Third person probably took about a year to do, maybe a little bit less. With third person, the reason why we released it was because at the time there wasn't any third person controllers that were similar to UFPS, except it was in the third person perspective. So we saw an opening in the market there, and then that's when we created it. And little did we know that later we'd be actually acquiring UFPS.
So how long after third person controller did you get UFPS, and how did that come about?
So third person was released in early 2015. We acquired UFPS in December of 2016. The UFPS developer, he was wanting to get out of the asset store because he didn't want to have to deal with all the support and just that aspect of things, and he wanted to make actual games. And so he was looking for a buyer for UFPS for about 6 months, and then it hit my spam folder actually in Gmail, and I didn't see it until 2 days later because he was trying to sell me something, is what Gmail thought, and I guess Gmail was right. but yeah, so negotiations took probably about 4 weeks to kind of decide that, hey, we're actually doing this, and then we announced the acquisition in early 2016.
So you went from, did you even use it? Like, were you a customer of UFPS, or how did you?
Yeah, Behavior Designer was actually integrated with it. So I used it at the surface. I didn't really know how it worked at the time. But UFPS it ranged in price from $5 to $20 up through about 2014, 2015. So that's one of the main reasons why it has so many ratings on the asset store. It has like 1,600 ratings, and a big reason is just because it was such a low price. And there's been a lot of people that have used it. So yeah, I did use it briefly before that.
Well, UFPS is what 7 Days to Die used. I don't know if they still use it, but originally they were using UFPS.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of high-profile games that used it, which I think is really cool.
And then when you took it over, you now have to support this. So you have to take over the job that drove the original creator to not only drop the asset, but to leave the asset store entirely.
That's one way to think of it, yeah.
Yeah, that's one way to think about it.
Well, that was my big hesitation with acquiring it, was just the support side of things. the original developer, Vision Punk, he was saying that he would help support it for about 6 months after we signed the deal, and so that kind of helped me convince that hey, we could actually do this, and he was pretty helpful with that. There was also a support guy that we were paying to actually just specifically answer support questions. So that gave me time to really see how UFPS works and understand it, so then I could take over from the support side of things.
So you had a nice period of time where you had knowledge sharing, where you actually felt that you were comfortable enough to be able to handle UFPS by yourselves.
Right.
Oh, Rambo. Shark Attack 2 Deathmatch. It's a lot. Why isn't 7 Days to Die #1 at the top? I mean, Slender the Arrival, Time Rifters. Is Time Rifters famous? I've never heard of it.
So that pretty much everything on the UFPS site was directly received from Vision Punk, and I haven't updated any of it. We're going through a website redesign now, and we'll be kind of updating it with that. But I haven't really messed with any of the marketing for UFPS.
Oh my word. I remember this. I used to chat with the developer who was working on this, and then he just disappeared. When I first started playing about with UFPS, I wanted to do dual wielding, and I had one conversation with Mr. Punk, and I just remember the time it was a case of, hey, go read the forums. He was like, you must have been asked this question a million times. It's like, here's a link, go read the forums. Like, but your forums say you're not going to do it. Yeah, that's right. At that point, it must have been like, I do not want to touch the asset store ever again. Go away, you pesky humans. So this is why it took you so long to basically make UFPS 2.
So UFPS 2, it's taken so long because we're trying to merge the best parts of both UFPS and third person, and I spent like pretty good amount of time understanding exactly how UFPS, what makes UFPS, and trying to see how we can progress that further. And then third person also had some unique aspects that really make adding, or that I really like. So it's been a lot of work just kind of getting everything to the standard that we want it to be. And yeah, I'm sure we'll get to it, but the release candidate right now, it has some bugs in it, and we'll get those fixed. But it's been a long road.
UFPS was great when it came out. UFPS is an example of you don't need to have a save system or multiplayer when you release something. Let somebody else make the save system for you, like Tony Lee did, and I think did VM Punk released the Photon pack, or did you guys make the multiplayer for that?
No, that was Vision Punk.
Yeah. So you don't need to do everything at once. You can do it over time. The one thing about UFPS is the third-person controller. I did a review of UFPS in my FPS face-off, and as an FPS controller, UFPS 1, it's nice. It's a lot of functionality out of it, and at full price, it's very expensive. But when you flip into third-person mode in UFPS,
yeah,
it ain't good. It ain't good at all.
No, not at all.
And that was one of the things that UFPS basically didn't perform well in the FPS face. It's weird because it's an FPS face-off, and you're getting negative marks for its third-person controller. But if you've added it in, it's got to be nice. Don't add it in unless it's lovely. But powerful. I mean, it's very powerful. There's a lot of features and functionality inside the UFPS that when you've made your UFPS 2, if you don't. Will you ever finish the FPS series? One of the reasons, Mark, why it's delayed so long is this bloke here that we're talking to, right? Because how can you do an FPS face-off when the big FPS kit that you're waiting for isn't even out on the store yet? So there's two people that are delaying my FPS face-off. There's the guys.
You should have told me this. I would have gotten it out sooner had I known that.
There you go. I do apologise. Add a little bit more of urgency to your development life cycle. So we've got two people that currently are going head to head to be the kings of the FPS kits. So we've got Opsives with hopefully the new ultimate character controller. What name is it? Is it ultimate character controller? Is it UFPS 2? What are you going to call it?
We're going to be submitting 7 different assets with this release, so it's both.
Okay, lovely.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
know.
UFPS will still be UFPS, and there's no way that we can get rid of that name. But the third-person view will be completely ripped out, and it won't have any third-person view with just
Thank God for that.
UFPS. So if you want a third-person view, then you'll be able to get the third-person controller, and those two will work together seamlessly. And then to kind of join them all in one package, there's the ultimate character controller, which will have a first and third person.
So you're basically dropping the price down for the individual modules.
We're keeping the price of UFPS the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's been a lot added to this, and there's no way that we're going to drop this price because we want to kind of have set the bar higher, I guess.
Okay, cool. So you've got here UFPS, and in the FPS face-off, the two competitors you've also got realistic FPS prefab, which was leading the race of the FPS face-off. But once you start delving into, because it's third person in FPS, realistic FPS prefab, it's the worst named asset in the world. There has to be some kind of like system that Unity approves names, because some of them are appalling. It has a really good third-person controller in the realistic FPS prefab. The problem with realistic FPS prefab is how it handles weapons in, like, customizing and adding your weapons. It could be a right pain in the tushkush. Then you've got these guys who recently renamed themselves as Unreal FPS, that are a good candidate for your throne. And they're adding multiplayer and third person in as well, but currently they're still riddled with bugs and they keep on removing features. But the price is a lot lower. And then you go to, hopefully, the new, which we're going to play with in a moment, ultimate wonderful controller system. And if this kicks off, basically, are you annihilating all of the competition on the asset store? Because you've got these guys who you're competing against for first person, and then you've got people with the likes of Invector and Uti for third person.
Right.
It's a bit daunting, isn't it?
Yeah, that's why we want to make sure we do it right.
That's why it's taken so long.
Right. And I think I really like this new asset, and I'm actually not too worried about it.
But that's a confident statement.
Well, yeah, when you see it, we'll let you play with it a little bit.
Cool. We had a question in chat. I didn't ignore you, Yolan buddy, but when I get on a rant, we like to let that rant come to a natural end. So Yolan's asking, is Behavior Designer going to move to jobs?
So yes, Behavior Designer is actually a really good candidate for that, and the whole ECS system. With that, I'm kind of waiting, well, first off, to finish version 2 of UFPS and all that. But with that, I want to get it out, or ECS to get out of preview mode before we release an update for that.
Right, should we load up the build that you sent me?
Yeah, I'm curious. So before we started this, Anthony played with it a bit, and he encountered an equip unequip bug. So I'm interested in seeing
bugs. I found bugs. I wasn't going to tell anyone about the bug until they go, oh, look, there's a bug in the thing. Like, oh, haha, there's a bug. But okay, yeah, we found a bug. So what I like about when we find bugs, I like developers who say, oh, it's a bug. Thank you for finding the bug. Mr. Melbers, are you still in chat? Like Mr. Melbers does. He goes, thank you for finding a bug. You're really good at finding bugs. I appreciate these bugs. Unlike another developer, who I won't mention his name, you know who you are. He's probably not listening. He might watch the VOD later because there's a bit of conflict going on. He wants to see what his competitor is up to. When you find a bug with his kit, he's like, that's not a bug. That's a feature. Or you're just using it wrong.
Right.
So, I found a bug. You actually found your own bug as well when you sent me a build, and you managed to fix that and sent me a new build within minutes. So that's impressive.
Yeah, so today I've been trying to fix a lot of the release candidate 1 bugs, and we'll see how it goes.
All right, so I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to load up your build that you sent me, and then I'm going to share my Discord with you. Hopefully that's going to keep our bandwidth sensible, nothing will explode. It's really good at finding bugs. Yeah. I actually, in my defense, I'm actually got qualifications in the ISTB, QB, whatever it is, for being a QA. Even though I'm not a QA, I went and did the whole QA course material and studied so that I can, when I talk to QA engineers, I'm using the right language with QAs. So being a QA is a magnificent thing. The first page, I still remember the first page of the manual says being a QA engineer is all about being able to communicate and relationships. And when you're finding someone's bug, you have to say to them, hey, Kevin, how you doing? You doing good? Yeah, how are the kids? They're good. Nice. That work you've been working on for the last 2 years that you've been dedicating your life to? Yeah, it doesn't work, Kev. It doesn't work.
Right.
And not have Kevin turn around and smack you in the face with a frying pan that he's left in his cupboard for just those occasions. So yeah, it's a delicate work. And anyone who's a QA engineer in chat or has done any QA, we salute you.
Yes.
Are you using your community as your QAs, or do you actually have QA engineers working on the project?
No, it's mostly been our community. We've gotten some really good bug reports through that. We've been releasing, I think we've released 6 alphas throughout probably the past year and a half, that each kind of got progressively more complicated. And then we released 3 betas, and now we're on the first release candidate. So we got a lot of feedback from the community, and it's been helpful a lot.
That is a lot of betas and alphas.
Yeah.
Lego Robot Dude has been finding some UFPS 2 bugs and reporting them. Well done, Lego Robot Dude.
Yeah, thank you. I got a couple of yours fixed. Not all of them yet.
There you go. And you're famous. Right, for some reason, the window keeps on popping. Let me go to Discord and share my screen. Please let me know if anything inappropriate appears. Okay, so we've got a bit of inception going on. Okay. Can you see my screen? It should be chat within chat, Discord
yes.
inception going on.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right. Can everyone at home... Your word machine is broken. Yes, my word machine is broken. All right, hang on a minute. I don't have my fan on. Okay, let's put it this way. I don't have my fan on. I've got a cat between my legs. I'm boiling. And I'm downing my beers as though they're Kioras. Let me just... And I've just had a bath, and I'm going to take my pajamas off. Right now, I'm not wearing any pajamas, and I've got a cat between my legs, drinking beers, talking to Opsive's Justin, and we're going to be playing with his ultimate controller kit. Now, I haven't loaded up the first person one yet. Can you see where my priorities lie in third person? But is this first person now using your rebuilt UFPS, or what is this?
Yes. So really the only difference between first person and third person is the view type. They both use the same underlying logic for the controller.
Oh, is it the same controller and you're just hiding your head and sticking the camera there?
Yeah, basically.
Nice. Because there's an argument that goes on that between first person and third person, the reason why your first person has different models is that you can have high resolution arms and weapons and animations in first person view as opposed to third person.
Yes, that is true. It's also a lot easier to do. That's using the dual camera approach in first person, and in Unity, it's you really can't, unless you do some shadow magic, use the actual arms from the third person in a first person view.
Okay, let me just put the volumes down on the, because I've just blew my eardrums out. Ouch, that really hurt. Okay, I do apologize to everyone at home. That's a little bit better. Is it too loud for you guys? I see the OBS, it goes straight into red every time I shoot. I'm pretty sure I've just deafened everyone. Okay, I can't hear anymore. Yes, it might have been a little bit loud. Let's put that down to touch. Okay, here we go. So, how many different animations can we run through when we've got?
So that sword attack, I think it has 2 or 3 animations for the attack.
It's like, everyone, I do apologize. Okay, your eardrums will heal over time. Just don't stick your fingers in there. F1 to see the keys. All right. QWERTY, QE to change weapons, or my wheel. R reload, T toggle equip, Y drop item. And then WSD, F is action, G is grenade. Oh. Is G going to be grenade? Yeah, it's grenade. Crouch, C. And then we've got ZX, first person lean. Nice. There's another kit on the asset store that doesn't have a lean on a FPS. What the hell is that about? How can you have an FPS kit without a lean?
So the lean is actually broken in your build right now.
Okay. I didn't know that, but thank you for telling me.
It's fixed now on my version, if that helps at all.
Fixing mine. I gave you the broken one. And enter to switch movement types. Enter to switch movement types? What does that mean?
You won't be able to right now. It will change the movement type. So in first person view, you can do a free look versus this combat movement type.
Oh, nice.
You have to get a little bit further in the level to be able to do that.
All right, so I'm going to use the wheel. Okay, that was a bit of an abrupt switch between that animation to the other one, just saying.
Talk to Sarah.
Okay. Sarah. How are we doing with the eardrums? Is that better with the sound? It feels a bit better to me. Have we got? Can we set the weapons that, to have different modes, so I can have the same weapon and then switch to be the fire rate?
Yes, you could. It's not set up for that right now, but you could.
Okay. Yolan raises a point like, why are we using the sword as a lance? It's pointing forward, rather than as you would hold a sword naturally in your hand pointing up. But Yolan, that's just the the way that this idol is set up.
Yeah, that's just completely how the animation's set up.
Okay. So, have you got surfaces and all that working now, or does that come?
I think you'll hear a different sound. I'm not sure about any effects on that.
Okay, I'm gonna push V.
The surface manager is in this version, and there's a room that's dedicated to that. So that's a good area to try out the different effects.
Okay, cool. How do I zoom in on my third person view?
You have to. I don't think you can in adventure. Oh, like that zoom. Yeah.
Well, I can only do that.
You can use this.
But I can't make the camera just float in and dolly in and dolly out.
You can on the RPG. I think I have it enabled on the RPG movement type right now. So if you get a little bit further in the level, you'd be able to.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's have some fun on level. All right. Let's switch weapon. I have to say
I'm still waiting for that bug that you found.
If I show everyone the bug, I have to stop it and start it again. Shall I show you? Okay, look, this is.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Oh, you can't replicate it.
Right.
Oh, okay. So I'll show you how you replicate the bug. So it came in, and I picked up a weapon, and I was like, this is a nice weapon. And I switched between weapons. Not necessarily, you don't have to switch between weapons. And I was thinking, how do I switch between weapons? Because obviously, I don't read manuals, so I didn't push F1. Instinctively, I pushed the number keys on my keyboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pushed 2 and 1, thinking, and they go, nothing happens. Now when I try to change weapon, well, now it's working. Oh, broke it. Now it doesn't work again. So
you can't attack at all.
So now, before, the first time I did it, the sword wasn't even there. It was invisible. And it looked like he had the sword in his hand. But now, I can't change weapons. And I can't put down my weapon. And if you do it with the machine gun, he gets even freakier. Let me restart. Yeah, see what you do to me. I've been waiting 6 years.
As soon as this is over, that's going to be the first thing I go and fix.
The FPS firing animation for the gun needs some looking at the side. It seems like it's jumping positions between frames at Sarah Watson. Poor Sarah Watson. I would say this, though. when you're buying a controller kit, customers in chat, are you expecting to purchase with it the decent set of animations? Because those are two different things. Are you coming out here buying a controller kit, or are you buying a controller kit with a set of professional animations like kobolds? What are you expecting? How are your expectations at this moment? So I'm waiting for chat to answer that question. Right, let me change this weapon back to this, and I'll push 1, 2 on my keyboard. And now I try to change, and I can't change weapons. And now I can only fire.
Oh yeah.
And now I can't find. I'm doing the dance. Chicka chicka baby, chicka baby, yeah. Dun, dun, dun.
So the recoil is still working, but that's it.
I'm not touching my mouse, by the way.
Oh really? Okay.
He's just doing a dance. Dance, dance, everybody dance. Dance, dance, shake your pants. So he thinks he's still shooting.
Right.
There you go. Shake it, boy. Shake your pants. All right, so let's kill that. Get back in. And any more bugs we find are natural bugs that we'll discover on this wonderful journey that is live television. All right.
Yeah, I think we should keep a count how many times you have to restart.
Yes, please. We're on 24 at the moment. Lego Robot Dude, I can say your name now, says, are there any plans for being able to pick up arrows? Or, I'm not going to say a name, but Realistic FPS Prefab can do that. Any plans for you?
Sure, yeah, we would be able to right now, but I just don't have it enabled.
Nice answer.
I mean, so this controller, we really thought about all the different use cases that you'd have, since we're pretty much wanting anybody to be able to use it for any platform, any movement type, or any genre of game at all. So it's really flexible in how the components are organized and how everything's structured. So yeah, if you can't do it right now, that should be able to be done pretty easily.
Okay. One reason why you know that the animation was still in firing, because I couldn't turn around and walk backwards. Now, 2 answers to my question. Thank you everyone in chat for answering. Lego Robot Dude says, I'll probably compile a list of other animation nitpicks and post them in a thread if you think it will be helpful. Thank you very much.
Yes, please. Thank you.
Appreciate that. He'll give you a free cup of tea, maybe as a gift. Yolan Other answers, Yolan answers, it depends on how hard it is to configure your own animations. And
so
there you go.
The controller uses Unity's animator, so you can swap them out through that.
Now, Astral Storm Game says, no, not really. He doesn't expect you to be providing like Kobold-esque animations. I make my own mocap animations, he says. I only want the controller to be easy to deal with, like TPC and UFPS have both been. And Astral Storm Games putting a little plug in there, does mocap animations. Let's all spam him after the chat. Send me a whisper. Let's have a cup of tea afterwards. Can somebody, I'll tell you what, shameless plug in chat. Fresh meat, I can't alt tab at the moment. Do you mind spamming in chat a link to my my latest video for my Wild West game? Wink wink, nudge nudge, wink wink. There you go, for people to have after the stream. Got that last bug too. It's not just you, Messy Coda. Thank you, Baroque Dubstep Baroque. That would be awesome. I would love to be listening to Baroque Dubstep. That would be glorious. So what's an answers to Lego Robot Dude? You should check it out. And yeah, if you have time, we are open to any animation nitpicks. Hopefully there aren't too many, because basically that would make her cry. I've given up being an animator. I used to be an animator. I actually started my I was doing cell animation, model animation, old school clay vision, and computer animation using an Amiga, and then on the PC. And now I've been animating, and I've given up because it's so frustrating. You expect that technology would make it easier to be an animator, but with all this technology and changes, the expectation, the level that you've got, the quality of everyone else, everything has to be perfect. And when it's not, you're selling something on the asset store for 30 quid, and they're expecting the quality that you've just bought something that was $20,000 from a professional game studio.
Right.
What's this one do? Oh! Oh, it's worn off. Benny Hill would not be able to escape anyone with that duration. That one's okay. Here we go. You have 44
So wait,
watches.
so
Thank you very much.
wait, let me just explain that one. That one is not just changing the time of Unity's time component. That has a separate field on each controller so that you can control the time on each character. At least I think that's how I would set it up.
You'll have to look back at your code to see what you do.
Yeah.
All right, what have we got up here?
That's just a box. Crate.
It's not just a box. It's a box on the floor. All right, so I'm going to play a bit more with the first person. I'm giving a lot of love to the third person because I always feel that third person seems to be a harder controller to make than first person. And again, I can't actually lean or anything in this mode. Oh no, oh look! I'm leaning.
The colliders are intersecting, so it thinks you're trying to go through a wall.
Okay. Crouching. Can we have prone? Prone's good.
Prone will be added later, yeah. It's on our list.
Good. And your list is available for everyone to see?
No.
Okay.
No, we want to leave some surprises.
Well, the bugs are the surprises. The features,
Right.
The features can be gifts.
No, we're trying to get rid of all those.
On guard. I shall skewer you like a kebab. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. Now we found some stuff to do. Runtime pickup. The bow, there's a bow is added to the character at runtime. This is especially useful for characters that can carry lots of items, such as RPGs. What's that?
Yeah, one of the requests that we had with version 1 of actually both UFPS and third person is the ability to be able to add the item at runtime. And so now you can in version 2, and the bow is an example of that. The katana is an example of that as well on the melee side of things.
So, yeah, you need to draw back your bow a little bit more. What was that? What was that? Was that me drawing back the bow? That was. Hang on. Okay, I'm getting.
Again? Yeah.
Okay. You need a little bit more than that, mate. Oh! Where did that go? Colliders are my friends. Got him in the ear. So I actually went out and when I was in Serbia, I did some archery because the last time I did archery was when I was a kid. So I had to go and do archery to get a feel. So when I'm doing the game and I'm got characters using bows, I can remember what the position of them, what they're supposed to be like. Do you find yourself having to do stuff like that when you're making character controllers?
Yeah. It's
Like do you go down to the shooting range?
We do a lot of YouTube videos, I guess. It's kind of our main source for the more rocket launchers and snipers and stuff like that, since you're not gonna find that at the local shooting range. But
I don't know, if you go to Russia you might do.
Oh yeah. Well, we're in Raleigh, North Carolina, so
it's not much different.
yeah, right.
Oh, let's try and see what I've been playing. The thing is, this is a bit weird because I've been playing Kingdom Come Deliverance and I've got stuck on my screen a little bit of sellotape for the marker. Just like Chicago. Just go to Chicago. Just like Chicago. Just go to Chicago. All right. That's pretty bad. How does this work? Tell me the logic of how this bow system works. Is it using proper physics? How is it like if I'm going and I fire away, I have to shoot up high and then it will arch and it will come down?
If you go to in a room shortly of probably the next or after melee, there's an anti-gravity room, and in that room it basically allows you to stand in any orientation, and because of that we weren't able to use rigid bodies because rigid bodies always assume up is up. And so the arrows have a special, or it's called a trajectory object, and you can specify your own trajectory with various amount of gravity. So yes, it would float down. I don't know if I have the arrow set up with that, but the grenade also uses that same object type, and you can see like a preview of the grenade and of the trajectory of the grenade, and with that it does have a little curve to it.
Oh, good point. Let's see the bow in third person. Oh, let's do this first. Okay, managed to miss him completely. Right. Let's go strafe on. I have to say that your bow does feel a little bit better than Uti's one, but
Sarah spent a lot of time on the bow.
did Sarah go shooting at an archery range? It's a lot of fun, Sarah.
She did, but not specifically for this.
That was just for like normal weekend for Sarah. Just
Right.
going down. One thing I'm going to point out, the arm feels a little bit weird on its position of his arm as he's pulled that back.
The angle of the elbow.
Yeah. That's me without zooming in. Okay. You need to get a nice flurry in it, and then a spinning. There you go. What's this one?
Oh yeah, a spinning animation.
So, will you have the ability to do combos?
Yes.
Nice. One Arms is asking, is multiplayer add-on going to be available at launch?
No.
Quick answers.
We really wanted to, but we encountered some bugs on the Unity side of things because we're.
What are you using,
do a
Unit or
lot.
Photon?
We were planning on using both.
Wow, that's
or
ambitious.
using either, and with the UNet is client or server authoritative, and with that, in order to have no lag or anything for like first-person shooters, you do something called client-side interpolation or client-side prediction and server reconciliation. And with that, I was running into some bugs on the animator side of things. So I've been sort of I was working with Unity on trying to get those resolved, and it kind of prevented me from continuing doing the multiplayer development at the same time as the base version. So basically multiplayer won't be out until 2019, but it ends up being actually an okay thing just because UNet's going to be deprecated soon anyway. So we'll probably just use whatever the latest is that Unity has in 2019.
2020.
Yeah, right.
What's your thoughts on the kinematica? Good question in from the Kinamis.
I've only seen, I think, one video from that, and I wasn't able to, they didn't really show that much. So to be determined.
But in that kind of system.
It sounds cool, but it's a lot of those type of projects are great for like academia or something like that. But then if you put them in the real world and with games, it doesn't always work out properly. But it would be really cool if it did, but we'll just have to see.
Well, For Honor is pretty cool. Have you played For Honor?
No, I haven't.
Yeah, that's they've got one of the guys who developed it for Honor who's joined Unity to work to make it, haven't they?
Oh, really? Okay.
So they've already got it working once.
Right.
Depends on how much code he was allowed to bring with him. And
right.
oh, what's going on here? New bug. Okay, I can't shoot my my shotgun anymore.
Can you switch weapons?
No.
All right, number 3.
Oh, we came so far. I blame this guy here. I call him Spiky. There we go. Saying get out of my way. Okay, restart. What is the price of this kit? Says Noshaz.
So UFPS will stay at $75. Well, this is assuming if you do not have anything right now, it will stay at $75. we're going to be doing a 60% upgrade cost. So UFPS, if you have version 1, version 2 will be a $45 upgrade. Third person will be bumped up to $95, and at 60%, that's a $57 upgrade from version 1. Then Ultimate Character Controller, the one that kind of combines them, both of them, both UFPS and third person, that one will be $180.
There you go. I'm glad that this is a video so I can play that back.
Yeah, we're working on a website to try to clearly explain how all this is going to work.
Okay, I'm just taking this time now to scroll back and read through chat to see if I've missed anything. We had Baroque Dub is saying old school dub, but I do like a bit of dubstep too. Nice for Baroque. Astral Storm Games saying you're quite right about the animation statement you said about being an animator yourself. The expensive equipment doesn't really make it easier. It makes you pickier. Lego Robot Dude, I just shot 4 arrows into backs of the last one. Wonder if the accuracy is changeable. Is the accuracy changeable on the bow?
You can set a spread.
Nice. Could we could have then, depending on your skill level, also maybe affecting. I won't give you all of the hints and tips because obviously I don't want everyone competing with my super awesome, fantastic Wild West game that's soon to be released eventually when I finish making it. We've got here, Fresh Meat says, has Fresh Meat got his own shooting range? Fresh Meat's in Canada, by the way, so you can do whatever you want in Canada because, as everyone knows, law over there is just, they're like, hey, it's okay, don't worry, we won't arrest you. Okay, bud? That's my Canadian. That's my accent. So you can do whatever you want. The police are too polite to arrest anyone. So we've got Malbus saying, let's see, well, we already did that. Malbus, Fresh Meat unit is being deprecated. Yes, unit is being deprecated. So as we say, we have to wait till 2020 before we get some kind of unit replacement, most likely. Don't believe anything Unity ever say about networking ever again, given the last state of unit. Games, aka James, when I used to do character animations, I would use a cheap Kinect sensor from an Xbox to detect to detect my motion and put it into Blender. Question over to Sarah. What is Sarah using for her animations? Is she doing them old school by hand or also using some kind of mocap system?
By hand using Blender.
Old school, nice. Well done, Sarah. Melba's animation. Yep, with one video we can get that much. That's from the shooting range? Yeah, I think so. Oh, from the Kinematica. Okay, yeah. And then Duffer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Awesome name, Duffer. What sort of functionality in the inventory compared to third-person controller 1 will there be on release? Great question.
So there's nothing in terms of UI. We're trying to stay away from inventory this asset just because it's such a mess in terms of all the different combinations you can have for things. But the API for it is a lot cleaner than version 1. And the actual inventory class component isn't really very long at all. So it's able to be easily expanded.
What's happening with the VR mode?
The VR add-on should be released probably this year, hopefully sooner rather than later after we get this base release out. It's going to be one of the first add-ons we work on.
Nice.
We're actually already pretty far on it. It's just kind of getting it polished up and making sure it works with the latest release.
Do you have to test with lots of different VR systems? How does it work?
You really don't have to, but we have a Rift, we have a Vive, and Gear VR to test with. And so I've been mostly using the Rift to test.
Oh, this is nice. Oh, stab, poke, stab, poke, stab, poke. So how are we doing with the whole melee controller set, shooter controller set, swimming controller set, skydiving controller set?
Parachuting, yeah.
Yeah. So it's going to be...
that shouldn't happen.
Okay.
You just found another bug. You shouldn't be able to use the katana with this shield.
He's a bit confused about why he's holding it. Look, you can see him.
Yeah, he shouldn't be holding it. There are no animations for that combo.
There are now. Can I change weapons? Oh, thank God I can change weapons. Okay, I wanna try. Now, Nakomi's saying that I shouldn't do accents. Nakomi, I'll have you know that when I was doing GTA RP, for nearly, I don't know how many months, people thought I was really Belizean. They thought that was my real voice. That is how good my accents are. Apparently, one of my Nigerian colleagues at work gets offended at my Nigerian accent, but my guy who sits opposite me, who's from India, says that my Indian accent is pretty damn spot on. Not like Apu from The Simpsons. So there you go. It's just I can't do Canadian because, as everyone knows, nobody knows what a Canadian really sounds like because they keep on putting fake accents on themselves. Isn't that right, Fresh Me? And there's a big heart to Canada from Maharaj. I can't do a Bangladeshi accent either. Recoil. When the melee weapon collides with a shield, a recoil pullback animation will play. I'm going to change the weapon to be one that can use... Can I drop the shield? Oh my word, look at me. He doesn't want to let go of the shield.
Yeah, you...
This makes sense though, because if I had a shield and a gun, I would be holding the shield and firing like this, like a Spartan. Like a modern day Spartan. Y doesn't do anything. Is Y supposed to do something? Because that's supposed to...
Y is supposed to drop the items. I think that's a bug in the current release.
Okay. Dear God. You're going to make me restart, aren't you?
There's a reason why we haven't released yet.
Oh, I like this. I like this. I forgive your bugs for this. Stabby. Stab. Stab. Oh, this is nice. But if you had this coupled with something like puppet motion, when you go boom, and then I fall back from the force of him, the recoil. Oh, this is nice. Right, let's try a different sword. No, that's a gun. Come on, Kevin. There you go. Oh, come on. Oh. Hang on. That works better on that side. That one doesn't. There you go. Boom. Hits it off. That one seems to slide through.
Right side.
Oh, that's nice. Whereas that one doesn't get the recoil, but it slides along the grain of the shield. Whereas that one just hits it, comes off. Riot shields. Yeah, riot shields. What's this guy going to do? Bosh. Oh, I feel bad for him because he's going out fishing. He's got his fisherman's hat on. And some bloke just comes up to him. It's like being in Newcastle. Anyone who knows the Newcastle, UK fishing and samurai sword reference is to do with Gascoigne and his strange radio interview. Okay, what we've got. Let's restart it so I can drop this shield. Restart number 4.
4.
But we know where we are. We know which room we came into. Is the shield supposed to move like that when you attack?
No, the shield's not supposed to be in his hand.
Ah, Daffodil's saying he's a Millwall fan, not Newcastle. Well, yeah, but he's from Newcastle, though, and that's a pretty good Newcastle. Well, yeah, lad. Those who are old enough to remember Alfreda Zane Pet would appreciate my amazing Newcastle accent. I would say that the controller feels a lot better than the current Opsive's third-person controller. I am getting a little bit of like jiddiness as I'm going, a little bit of jerkiness, but also slight nausea on this.
Yeah, so increase the smoothing.
Is everyone at home okay? Right. There's an earthquake going on. Alright. Let's pick up these weapons again. Shall I pick up these weapons again? Do I need them later on?
Sure. Let's see if it breaks.
Hey mate, that's why people come on my stream. They don't come on my stream to talk to me. No, they don't come on the stream to like promote their stuff. They come on for some cheap QA. Right. Yeah. I'm going to avoid getting this shield.
It's probably a good idea. You already have the sword.
Oh, okay. So let's carry on our journey. Let's go back into first person for a while. Stab. Oh, hang on. We didn't try poking it with first person. Let's do this. Oh, that's nice. Oh, with a dagger, it really works well for the recoil. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, it looks like his arms are raising up.
His whole body. Why is he standing up? Whoa!
Are you crouching right now?
No, I wasn't even pushing any keys on my keyboard.
Yeah, but look down. Are you crouching?
No. Oh, I am.
You are crouching.
Why am I crouching?
So it looks like the shield or the sword animation has an issue with crouching. Okay.
Whoa, hang on, calm yourself down. Oh, it stacks. I wasn't crouch. Why did it crouch? I didn't tell him to crouch. Why did you crouch? I crouched for some reason. New bug, random crouching. Okay. The demo seems to get stuck in animations while using melee weapons and trying to jump and attack in third-person mode, or changing perspectives while doing actions. There's one point, which is a common problem with controllers, is the old running, jumping. Hang on a minute. What's that just appeared on my screen? Some new instructions. Okay, I just went a little bit too far ahead of myself.
Actually, jump and then attack. You can see one of the...
Alright, let's do this.
Jump first.
Oh! Oh, there. Like a ninja.
Yeah.
Can I do a double jump? Put a double jump in there. Bit of free like advice. Double jump, and then you could do like a somersault or something.
Yeah, let's get Sarah to animate that.
No getting sleep tonight, Sarah. We got work to do. Okay. Feature rifle plus shield needs to be in the game. For Malbus.
Oh, okay.
If we change this to... That's nice. Stabbing down. Yeah. Oh, I can't jump anymore. Okay, jumped and attacked with dagger. Now I can't jump anymore.
No, you can't jump.
And
okay.
I can't fight anymore.
All right, restart number 5.
I can change weapon. Oh, I can change to invisible weapons.
Oh, okay.
This is what it was like when I had the invisible sword. I'm going to shoot you. Actually, he's not shooting anyone. He's got thumbs up and he's saying, "Hey, you doing?" Hey, it's the thumbs. Now, okay, number 5. Yolan says, and Yolan will know this better than most because he lives for this. Running and jumping works way better than the old Opsives, but it's still a little odd on the landing. Yes, I will agree with you. It's still a little. It still cuts short to the landing. But
so it transitions too quickly?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look. Where was it? Oh no, it's the. Hang on, it's not doing it anymore. It was doing it in the last build you sent me. Ah, the. Hang on. That's alright now. Huh. No. Now that
we're talking about it.
Okay, that's the running that was. That's better. How far back has Mercy's bug hunt pushed release so far?
We're still going to go for August. It'll be late August.
Let's go back to once. I thought you were eating a cookie by the jump sounds.
I think those jump sounds were from UFPS.
This is the problem. It's the standing jump that's the problem. That one. That's right. Blame UFPS for the bad sounds. Poor UFPS. The guy's not even around anymore, Justin. Unity drove him away. The community destroyed the man. I've already got that. Okay, let's go. Hang on, wrong way. Let's do. Okay, again the question: how much to upgrade from third-person controller 1 to UCC as opposed to TPC 2? There you go.
So if you already have version 1, it'll be a $57 upgrade to get to version 2. And then UFPS, I mean, then you basically need the first person aspect. So I think we'll be able to do an upgrade on the asset store so that it would be just the difference of whatever. So what is that? $105?
Don't ask me to do maths. That's why I got married. Okay.
Yeah, we're still working, trying to figure out all the upgrade stuff. So give us any comments on the pricing and stuff like that.
Gravity doesn't save you from falling.
No, it doesn't.
I'm having nausea. Whoa. Okay, how do we get out of here?
There's another teleport on that planet, or there's that moving platform.
Moving platform. I died last time I tried to do a moving platform. Oh, I can't jump. Oh, okay, now I can jump again. Okay. Let's do this. Okay. I want to go into that one. Okay, one. Oh. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. It's okay, everyone. Don't worry. Okay, what's in here? Oh! This is first person.
So springs, that's demonstrating the spring system. That was basically taken the same as what was in UFPS.
The spring system allows for ultra-smooth procedural animations of player movements. Camera and items are manipulated with hundreds of parameters, allowing for a vast range of behaviors. Press escape to show the cursor and switch between presets. Okay. I remember this.
Yeah, that was in the old demo scene as well from UFPS.
You can't shoot or do anything. Is that?
No, there's no bullets.
Okay, good. I thought I found a bug. Crazy Cowboy?
Yeah, so move around with that. And jump, and it's just a more extreme set of springs where the arms are more free flowing.
Okay. Oh my god. Okay, looking back at chat, the Necromi vomited everywhere. And for some reason, Fresh Meat said nice, I called dibs. I don't know why he wants dibs on someone's vomit. MK Go, so if you have both UFPS and TPC, there will be further discounts for UCC. And Duff is saying maybe $57 TPC1 to TPC2, and then $80 TPC2 to USCC. Otherwise, a pretty pricey journey, but I would save up.
Yeah, we're still trying to figure out the pricing on everything.
Duffy did saying add Crazy Drunk Cowboy to your game. Good thing to talk about. Sir Twisted Storm, Mesicoda, can you ask? You can ask me. You can read it. I can't speak, so that I can't ask. Mesicoda, can you ask if there's any difference between upgrading UFPS and third-person controller individually versus buying the ultimate controller? If I buy the two individual controllers instead of the ultimate controller, can I still use them together?
Yes to the second question. For the first one, we're going to be releasing a first-person controller that will be the equivalent of the third-person controller, and that will be $95, similar to how third-person will be $95. So the ultimate character controller is basically a combination of third-person controller and first-person controller. And UFPS will be a child of the first-person controller. We're going to create kind of a cool, an easy-to-follow graph or a chart kind of showing how this upgrade system is going to work.
What are those infographics?
Right. Yeah, and our website has a filter on it, kind of trying to make things as easy as it can be.
Well, he's drunk. This bloke's drunk. Question. What is the name of the character Messi is controlling? Kevin. His name's Kevin.
Or Nolan.
No, his name's Kevin now. Giant. Oh, boom. Oh, it's got the sound as well as I'm walking. Not sure you guys can hear. Boom, 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 boom. Fee, far, full, fum. I smell the blood of an Englishman. Kevlan. Got it. And here's the number one. All right, let's get out of here. This place made me dizzy. Oh,
That's later.
There's a seam there. I don't like that. Okay. Mouse smoothing. A good character controller should offer configurable input smoothing and acceleration. Smoothing interpolates mouse input over several frames. Can we make the font size bigger? Reduce jitter. Acceleration plus low mouse sensitivity allows high precision without loss of speed. Turn speed even. Press escape to show the cursor and compare the moving types. Okay.
Yeah, so this was taken from UFPS as well.
So basically, all the good stuff in UFPS, you're making sure that people have got editor scripts. Okay, that just freaked me out. I was not expecting that to come out. So like, what did I break?
Yeah, no, you went to the next zone.
Okay, so let's go raw mouse input.
So that's just it's subtle differences, but this one is just actually I don't know what happens if you leave it when you switch. Okay, it switches back.
All right. Low sensitivity. Oh man, yeah. And low and acceleration. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Am I going to break it if I leave it on and go to the next?
No, you just did that and it worked, which was good news to me.
Editor scripts. Extensive editor scripts have been created to allow you to build new characters and items in seconds. Thank God for that. Because, it's so frustrating to sit there and having to learn a whole new system and spend ages. What is conversation going on in... I do apologise, Opsive Justin, but second question, does Kevlan have a sister? Yes, Saralan. And is she single? Back to Team Live Badass. Will adding abilities be similar to the third-person controller?
Yes.
Cool. Pick up assault rifle. What have I just done with the assault rifle? And now I can... No, I can't use that.
So if you already have picked up the assault rifle, then it will not pick it up again. Or if you already have the assault rifle, it won't pick it up or equip it right away.
I can't go out here?
You have to get to the end first.
Ah, there's a prize for me. Okay, let's get up here. So is pretty much everything going to be configurable from the editor?
Yes. Yeah, and I'll show you this when you switch to my screen, but we have the preset system from UFPS we've expanded, and a lot of this demo was made using that preset state system. So it's really configurable from that standpoint.
Right, interaction. Let's pop back into third person. Press F to open this chest. Finding it difficult to... There you go.
It thinks you have dual wield pistols right now.
That's really inappropriate. I'm not going to judge the animations, but this is a family channel, and this is not what we're here to watch. Let's change weapons. That's better. That's better. Can't have that. F, open up the case. What did I get? I got a new gun.
No, it shouldn't have switched.
Okay.
That just plays a sound.
Oh, what's this one do? Push. Let's go first person. Yay! Thank you so much for the little animation of a hand pushing a button. That means a lot to me. Do I have an animation of me opening and closing this box?
Exit that room, then get back into it and reset.
Oh, okay. I'd like to be able to close the box. Oh, hey! Lovely. But did he not do that in third person?
It should have been the same animation.
Yeah, it did. I just wasn't paying attention. Press F to walk through the door.
Whoa. There's another bug.
The collider of my gun? I don't know. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh no! What did I do that for? I just pushed the number keys on my keypad.
Oh, now it's stuck?
No, I can change weapons. Oh, if you're push number 3, it was fine. I think it's number 1 that might break it.
Number 1 should switch to the assault rifle.
Yeah, number 1 breaks it. Oh, hang on. He just gets us. It's like he's selling.
Try going into
goods.
first person. Oh, he made it through.
Yeah, I had to keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. Okay.
Huh, okay.
So it just opens the door and stands there. Okay. He doesn't like it.
That one doesn't have an animation.
I can't close the door?
No, but we should do that.
Oh, it's
No,
opening.
there's no.
It's opening the door again.
Oh.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm not touching anything, by the way. Is there any animation for plant picking, Kingdom Come Deliverance style?
Not this version.
I like to say it's not an animation kit; it's a character controller kit. I'm backing up the Opsive team on this one, Samuel. Why does he reload after walking through the door? That's so if there was any hostiles on the other side, they could shoot him while he's reloading. That happens.
So he's not reloading; he's just re-equipping. For the door animation, he unequips the weapon first. But that's configurable as well.
Oh, okay. I've broken this one enough. Which was this room? This is no.
There's nothing there.
In my build, the door is working correctly.
That's how it should be.
And he hits the mag. That's not a thing. Okay, fresh meat. Military is in the keeping the borders safe in Canada from any American trying to get in there. So he knows a thing or two about. I was in the artillery, so I got to fire big guns. I would say this though. I was a dab hand at us, like on the firing range with my nice little assault rifle. Okay, what's this? This is grass. I like the little decals, the little effect that you've got there of the grass.
Yeah, that was from UFPS as well.
Right, what's sand do? Ooh. Can you make the foot sizes bigger and smaller depending on your character?
That's just a texture, so yeah.
So you could have children having little tiny tilly feet and massive people having big feet.
Yeah, you could.
Okay. Well done. No. Whoa. Did you hear that?
I can't hear any of your game audio.
Okay, there was a delayed... and then nothing. Can you hear the little ricocheting?
It was playing it delayed.
Okay, I got a very quiet noise. I can hear it very faintly.
Yeah, that's probably the footstep on metal sound.
Oh, flesh! I don't want to be walking on a carpet of flesh. Oh, that's the noise I'm hearing. Is the bullet, the empty shells coming out of my...
Oh, the shell is okay, yeah.
Just spraying all over the floor. Yeah, it's bullets dropping. When Bartle says it looks like I'm going to have to save up some money to upgrade, it does, doesn't it? You need to be able to have their own mind when to work correctly. Very true. I can hit the mag all I want. I like the circular world room. Okay, you have to go. Are they particle or instances of a prefab, the foot tracks?
The foot track, those are... Let me look. So those are prefabs.
Oh, okay, it's louder when I'm in first person because I'm closer to my feet. That should be making ding 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 noises, to be honest, mate.
Yeah, it's not.
Did on that one. But the machine gun. Oh, I tell you what you need though. I don't like saying the name because it's blasphemy, but Ultimate Survival, in their new release that never came out but we got to play with it, it did have the ability that when you fired on certain materials, it would cause your arrows to deflect, go bing, point off, and other materials had your arrows go through them.
It's a neat little feature.
It was a lovely feature. Oh man, if he actually continued with that on his as a first-person controller, it really was starting to come along really nicely. I mean, the code was what is this?
That's our water texture.
Okay, you gotta sort out the pollution that's going on here.
I think that was taken from a Unity sample scene.
Will the UCC have the same integrations as the current TPS, especially Adventure Creator? Great question. Fantastic question.
So the integrations are going to take us some time to build up again, but yes, we'd like to still have just as many integrations.
Which ones are you got like an order list of how you're getting through them?
Well, I know Malvers is going to be creating one, so he'll probably be one of the first ones that releases it. Tony from Pixel Crushers with Dialogue System will probably be one of the early ones as well. Adventure Created, that one shouldn't be that bad, so I should be able to get to it fairly quickly.
Oh, Malbus says no, he's not going to do any integrations. He's changed his mind. Oh, Malbus, mate, what are you saying? Malbus says, "Yeah, you bet I am," in a Cuban Ecuadorian accent. So, what is the percentage of how many integrations you have to do yourself and how many get done by the other person?
So one of the reasons why Behavior Designer became so because of the integrations that it had. So I did a lot of those integrations. UFPS, I don't think VisionPunk really did any integrations. And then third person, most of them I did. All the Malmers, he did it for third person. It kind of just depends on the developer, the publisher, on whether or not they want to do it and the amount of requests that we get for a particular asset on our side of things.
Do you do a lot of work with new devs who are just like haven't even released anything yet, but they want to come out and bring something out? And they say, "Hey, I'm making a new asset. I would like to work with you to get my thing integrated."
Oh yeah, we do. Generally, I don't do the actual integration unless it's a more popular asset, just so I know it'll actually be used by somebody.
Oh, this is Die and Revive and aiming. Use survival integration. That would be an interesting one, because Use Survival's character controller is so integrated, integral into his own system, especially with the networking side of things. I don't actually think it would be possible to integrate Opsive's or anyone else's character controller efficiently with Use Survival.
Yeah, that's the trouble with assets similar to that, in that it's not too extensible in terms of supporting other character controllers. So I don't really want to do an integration that requires a lot of support in order to maintain, or requires a lot of changes to that asset's integration or to that asset's code.
I got a feeling I was supposed to die, not kill that thing. Is that the case?
I actually was looking away when you did that. I don't think the turret, I don't think it responds. Oh yeah, it does. Okay. So this one, a ragdoll animation will play when he dies.
Oh, he's dead.
And then that one, a actual animation will play rather than ragdoll. And he revives again.
Do you know what it looked like? He was going, I'll show you. Oh, why me? And he's dead. And he comes up. Oh, it's okay. Never mind. What's this thing? Why are you making this guy think he can take on a turret with a bow and arrow? Oh, he can. Fair play to him. Right, pick up our stuff. Death. Aiming. Okay. Headshots. The different. Oh, nice. I was going to ask you about this. Well done for preempting my question. Headshots. You can do different damage based on different. Whoa.
Oh, so that's the next feature that doesn't look like it's working right. The target lock.
You mean the pistol while holding a bow and arrow feature?
Oh, I didn't even see that. No. Yeah, that's not supposed to happen either. So the good thing about all these bugs is that it's a lot of equip unequip related bugs. So I think they're all related. Like in this case, you shouldn't only have, oh, well, you just switched from it, but just the left, it's going to be another restart, but just the left UI indicator was visible.
Well, he was switching between the left pistol and the right one, and when I fired from each, then I could never fire again.
Yeah. Are we up to number 6 now? Or is it 7?
I think it's number 6. I don't know. Let's be generous and say it's 12. Freshman says that's gangster. That's how he rolls. He's not only is he an archer, he's got a gun. But you see, if Hawkeye did that in the Avengers movies, then he wouldn't be taking so much heat. People actually think that he's badass. The only reason that Hawkeye got props in those movies is because they made him a love interest of Black Widow. Like, she's an ex-girlfriend or something. Because he's got a wife and kids now, didn't she? Because he's hiding out with his wife and kids, and that's why he's not getting involved. But he's also got this weird love on-off romance thing with Black Widow that everyone seems to not draw too much attention to. But at the end of the day, they made Hawkeye in the movies rubbish. And in the comics, he was a great character. He wasn't a great character. Okay, it would never be a great character. But he wasn't terrible in the comics. It was a bit of a, moany old, I'm going the wrong way. But, oh, man. So how did we get on? How did you get us onto, your bugs managed to get us onto gripes about the Avengers? Let's get all up here. Can the controller be used with Cinemachine? Nice question there, said Twisty.
Not right now. But it's pretty high on our list to want to be able to support it.
I think the Widow is just leading on the Hulk. I think it's all like some kind of game that she's playing with him. I feel really bad for him, to be honest, because he knows deep down that she's not really into him. The sun's coming out, big fella. She's not into him at all. Okay. I like that when I pick up another gun, it comes out with the akimbo. I like that. Different health. Let's do it. Good shot. Thank you. But how can I zoom in? How can I get a zoom going with these two?
With dual, you can't.
That's a shame. It's a bit difficult to aim, to say. I like it. It's making it difficult. God, he gave up. He crept back by himself. Might be my mouse.
I did. Huh.
Oh, there you go. What about this? Can I stab him in the face? Let's see what we do here. Let's go
Oh, that didn't register as a headshot.
Why didn't that register as a headshot? Nor did that. Hold your breath for the sniper rifle. Is there
Sarah's
a button?
taking notes during this.
Sarah hates me.
Yeah.
Don't judge me, Sarah. So, Sarah's going to do to me what I'm doing to this dummy. Will you have a feature to aim to like breathe to aim steady?
You could do that right now using the state system.
Okay.
And actually, I think the assault rifle is a good example of that. Where a lot steadier when you're aiming rather than not. Right. Switch to first person because you can see it better.
Oh man, it takes me 20 minutes to find because I've got so many weapons now. Okay. Lance.
Do you have the assault rifle? Oh, there you go.
Okay.
So I guess a good example is just start shooting and you'll see some recoil from it. Whereas if you're aiming, you don't have that recoil. Or as much of it.
Oh, I can't. Oh, so that's the lock-on thing you were talking about, is it? Because I'm kind of.
Yeah, look to the characters to the right, or the mannequins to the right, and now start aiming. It should follow them. Or not.
Maybe I have to be in front of them?
Try it in third person.
Okay, let's do this. Oh, there you go.
Oh, there a little. Maybe I need to. It's probably not locking on. It's too loose of a spring with that.
Is the projectile speed modifiable?
Yes.
Nice. Look, it's working. It's me. I'm just joking.
There you go.
It's just me. I'm just taking a mic. It's not working.
Oh, that.
I had to have a little bit of trolling going on. I'm supposed to say MC. He's mine now. Grenade should. Oh, grenades! We haven't done grenades yet.
Okay. I hope they work.
Now, how do I stop? How do I hold it back? I've unpinned the grenade.
Aim. Press aim.
And I don't want to. And I don't want to drop it yet. No, it's just thrown it. I want to pull the pin out and hold it in my hand for about 5 seconds.
That's not in this.
Okay. I'm not going to lie to you. That made me a little bit sad you said that.
So that would be, you'd be able to do that with the state system.
Okay, you've made me happy again. Well done.
Oh, you don't have a grenade in your hand, even though it thinks you have one.
Astral Storm Games. I have to go sleep. Don't sleep. Play. Thank you for coming in. Don't thank us. Thank you for coming in and joining us on this lovely chat and play about, where I get to find bugs and have a friendly banter with Justin and Sarah. Even though Sarah's
thanks for having us. Yeah.
Well, thank you for basically giving us 1,000 free copies of UCC to give away live in chat. No, you're right. Although we have actually, we did a, you were part of our $2,000, well, we got to up to $3,000 giveaway in back in January, February it was. No, March. When was that? Can't remember when that was. So yeah, we did actually give away some Opsive stuff. I can't remember what it was. I think it might have been Behavior Designer in chat. So yeah.
I forgot about that.
It's a long time ago. To enter the... Oh, stop putting it... Oh, Sanyo. Stop it. Stop it, Sanyo. All right, well, this is mobile, I'm guessing.
Right, virtual control, yeah. So it doesn't actually work, or you can't actually do anything with it, but just demonstrating that we have it. UFPS has an add-on specifically for this.
So this is for VR rather than for mobiles, but you...
That's for mobile.
Oh, okay. It's
It's
going to say.
touchscreen, so it's virtual controls.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you're almost at the end.
Oh, I feel sad. Whoa, states. Here we go. Here's the states that we spoke so much about. So we've got free look, third-person combat, RPG, crazy cowboy.
So that's just an example. I think that was the ultimate character controller locomotion component, and that's just kind of an example showing that it's there. You can create your own states specifically for it, and we've made some improvements from the UFPS state system. So
what are these? Are these states like scriptable objects or something? What are they?
No, they are serialized on the actual component using a serialization system, kind of similar to how Behavior Designer serializes stuff.
Oh, nice question that comes in there. Basically, we've got here. Sorry, cover functions.
Cover will be in an add-on released later.
Oh, okay. That's made me sad. Go back to what you were saying.
So what was I saying?
States.
Yeah, so I guess the state system expanded on it from UFPS. UFPS uses the text file for controlling the different presets, and so now those actual presets are scriptable objects, but then it's serialized using our serialization system.
Okay, use the arrows to teleport to a different zone. Press escape to show the cursor.
Oh, that's just the default text.
Okay.
So now this is actually go left, go behind you. So this is a demonstration, or left, yeah, straight. So this is a demonstration of the 2.5D mode. Now you can move your mouse.
Where's my ammo gone?
Looks like it got stuck again.
Left gun's out of ammo? Right gun
no, you should have.
You know what this reminds me? This reminds me of the old RoboCop game on the Amiga. Whoa!
Whoa!
You know I'm bad. I'm bad. Come on. Hey, look at him. Where's Sanyo? Sanyo, what is this move? Because Sanyo, for those who don't know, is our very own Billy Elliot. This move is called fishing for vouchers. No, it's not, Sanyo. What is this ballet dance move called? Please tell me we don't need to restart though. Let's go. Let's try go all the way back.
Try moving your mouse. Yeah.
Here we go. Dun 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 dun. Did-do-do. Oh! Did-do-do. Did-do. Bum bum bam 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 bam. Did-do. 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 Do. Do 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 do. There you go. That was nails. Okay, top down now. Freshby says, I got this, pirouette. I know these things. So what control have we got in this top down? What can we do? How can we customize this?
Top down, this is kind of just a basic demonstration of the top down view. There's really not much you can do in this area.
So is there any real change to the controller for this? Other than you just how you position the camera.
This is a separate movement type, so the movement type is specific to top down. And with top down, I guess the big customization with top down is that if you have an assault rifle or a shootable weapon, you can change whether or not he just fires like horizontally or if you fire vertically as well. So if you have an object above or below you, I think right now it's set to just the horizontal, so he'll always fire directly in front of him, no matter where the other objects are.
Oh, is there a mode to mimic 2D platformer? The old TPC would spin before walking backwards, and you could slowly glitch it even if the movement was locked.
So, by mimicking 2D platformer, meaning the character doesn't change directions, or
how does that differ to the 2.5? He is a body. Sanyo is a bodybuilding ballet dancer. This is how his reputation is now. So this is still top-down mode.
yes, you can walk backward. The movement type has an option to be able to walk backwards versus not.
Ah, okay. Why am I still crouching? I don't know. It's not really top. It's more isometric this than top down though, isn't it? Whoa. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't change the camera perspective at all, but you can adjust how top down is.
Oh no, there's that shield. I have not taken that shield. Okay, let's get some more ammo. Right, let's do this. Whoa.
So now you're on the sphere.
Whoa. I
And the
apologize.
sphere moves.
Well, oh, how?
So this is a demonstration of a moving platform with the anti-gravity.
So how are you doing your moving on the platform? How does it work? Are you a child now of this platform?
No, it's through the locomotion system that we're developed. So this version, it doesn't use a rigid body, or it doesn't use a non-kinematic rigid body. Did that bug just happen, or are you actually firing?
No.
Oh, well, so the controller does its own collision detection, and basically it does everything on its own, and so it's not just a child. It will make it easier for networking, since everything is deterministic.
So we had a question a while back of adding, I'm bugged, a moving platform to Ultimate Survival. We just made ourselves, because we couldn't really do much with his controller, we just made ourselves a child of the platform.
Right. Yeah, that doesn't have all the velocities that you'd want to keep in order to really do it correctly.
Yeah, this is a lot more fun. But yeah, we've got the bug back again, which is weird because I didn't do anything. I actually went to aim. I tried to aim, and that's what caused that bug. Okay, what's down there? Do I jump down there?
You'll get killed. There's some moving platforms.
Maybe if we do and we die, maybe it fixes the bug.
Oh yeah, that's a good test.
Let's do this.
Whoa! You teleported to the shooter room. You're back on the first floor.
Well, at least we didn't need to restart. I'll send you the bill later, don't worry.
The doors should be open. Oh, the doors aren't even open. It's such a lovely scene.
This is intentional, just so that we get to see it all again.
Right.
Okay, let's do this. Let's run through all of this. Yep, we've seen you. Right, so let's go. Let's just appreciate what we're doing here on the stairs. Walking up the stairs. We got the legs a little bit jerky on the knees as they're going up the stairs. There you go.
Yeah, he extends it a little bit too much.
But as I was running, I'll tell you what, when I was running up the stairs, I did notice something nice. So let's run. Is it my imagination, or is he slowing down as he's running up the stairs?
No, he's slowing down a bit.
Good. I was going to say, nice touch. So
Yeah, that was actually suggested by somebody. Sorry, I forgot who suggested it.
do the melee attacks aim in third-person mode depending on camera position, or is it dependent on the animation colliders?
It's on the camera position and what IK settings you're using.
Here we go. Okay, let's do this.
So the last part of this demo is there's a horse.
There's a horse. Malbers? He's trying to take your business away from you, man.
No, this is gonna make his integration really easy.
Here we go. So is it just like now I'm in the Unity car or something?
In the what?
Like, you know, when you go and you put Unity car, you know, the cars from Unity standard assets in your kit, and you say, okay, now I'm mounted in this car, so now I'm mounted on this horse, and I'm controlling the horse with my Opsive's controller rather than my person.
Right, right.
Switched from gun to other weapon. Oh, don't stab the horse. That's harsh. Why is he stabbing his horse? Can we change the melee hitbox and active frames depending on the attack?
Yes.
I like that I can't aim to shoot the horse in the head. Because we've done that in Kingdom Come Deliverance. We've shot our own horse in the head many times with our bow. Whoa!
Whoa. So the horse was added last Friday, or it was really finished on Friday. And that was the reason why, or one of the reasons why we were delaying our Release Canada 1 release. So it doesn't surprise me that the horse has issues.
That's me. It heard me. It heard me talking about killing horses in Kingdom Come Deliverance. And as soon as I said those words, it was, I'm out of here. I'm gone. You're on your own, mate. This is it. I'm leaving you. Okay. Number 8.
Yeah, you pretty much hit the end now.
It doesn't want us to end. That's the problem. It wants us to stay forever. It's like The Shining. Once we're in, our picture's going to appear on the wall, and that's it. We can't leave. Right, let's get up here. And this is why I need that thing. I'm going to get a copyright strike, I bet. Did you hear me earlier? I've got a copyright strike on YouTube. It's great. All Malbers' fault. Blame him. And his Brazilian soap operas. It was the Brazilian soap opera that I was thinking of is called Maria of the Avenue or something. Maria of the Streets or something like that. I'm trying because, and it was a woman who was she was a Hispanic actress singer called Sonia or something like that. Tell them it's Yakety sex. It's completely different. Okay, I'm really confused, guys. So where are we now?
So that's kind of just demonstrating the terrain colliders, I guess. This, when you get out there, you should be able to get back inside with those doors unlocked.
Those doors do not want to unlock.
No, they don't.
Oh, there's something down here.
Just crates.
They are great. Wah, wah, wah. That song is called Yakety Sax. Oh. So then tell them it's Yakety Sex. I get it now. Is there a way to lock on items in first-person mode, similar to games like Shenmue, I don't know that one, and LA Noire?
I don't know those games, but you can. Well, right now you can't, but with the first release, you will be able to.
In other words, MK Garo, it's meant to work. But don't worry, we've entered a new game called Opsive's Football. Alright, can we get in?
Yeah, those doors should unlock, but they're denying you entry.
All ribbing aside, it's a lot better than the current version.
Thank you. Yeah, we'll get the bugs fixed.
It actually feels like a controller that you would have in a game. Like you feel like modern is the way of putting it. Mm-hmm. Whereas the current third-person controller, it's starting to feel dated compared to modern standards that you look at it. Because obviously, you're making a new one. You know that it's...
Right. Yeah, it's been 2 years since we did a real update.
So I'm not telling you something you don't know. I'm trying to say it in the nicest way possible, at the same way as still being honest. The current third-person controller, it's all, it's good for when you made it, but now everything is these consoles are more advanced and people's computers are more advanced, and we expect a little bit more for our buck. And to be honest, I think if we exclude all of these few bugs that we've discovered, you're there, man. It's much better. I'm surprised because I was expecting coming here to rip it apart and take the mickey out of it and say that I hated it. To be honest, I was hoping for a little bit of something to go viral with me making you cry on stream, and to become famous and get about 10 million subscribers out of it. But I like it.
Well, thank you. I'm sorry to disappoint you on that, though.
You nearly made me spill. I was drinking when you said that, and I nearly sprayed it everywhere. And my cat just looked at me like, no, don't. Will there be a melee add-on for TPC?
Similar to Deathmatch, or?
I don't know. We'll have to wait for MK Gary to answer that. While we wait for that, Sanya's asking, just imagine it working. One of my standard prototypes presentation sentences to the client. Just imagine it working. Nice.
It will work before we release. We're not going to release it without it.
Although, to be fair, I've seen other assets being released to the asset store that don't work with statements of like, coming soon.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
For like fundamental parts of the asset. And we're not talking about US in that. We're actually talking about things that are supposed to be in there, not like, once you get it, go, oh yeah, there's a bug, we've taken it out now. But you bought it with it listed as an active feature, and only after you purchased it do they remove it. You know who you are. Well, that's it for the first part of this very long video with Opsive. The second part, we start looking at their screen. That's why we're going to play about with the editor itself. We get to see under the hood of, or under the bonnet, depending on what country you're in, of the Ultimate Character Controller. Don't forget this video is part of a live Twitch stream that I did over on, guess what, Twitch, all the w's.twitch.tv/themessycoder. You can find me every Friday and Saturday, live streaming, doing dev interviews, playing games, doing coding, reviewing, generally having a good time. So tell all your friends and neighbours, if you like these videos, do click on the big juicy red subscribe button, and well, come over to Twitch and click follow as well. So if you do like it, click it. Till next time. If you want to see more of my crazy videos, click on the left side of your screen now, and down below there's that big juicy subscribe button, and right next to it is the magic bell that if you click it, it will tell you if I've got a new video coming out. Till next time.